We are going to be talking about lesson 27, and the title of the lesson is Word Problems Leading to Rational Equations. So Leslie has scored 10 free throws out of 18 tries. She would really like to bring her free throw average up to at least 68%. How many consecutive free throws would she score in order to bring up her average to 68%? And this whole week, we've been working on rational equations. So our big cue here is that we need to at least write out a rational equation, but now we have a story that goes with it. So I'm going to take out my highlighter and highlight the important parts in this question. Leslie has scored 10 free throws, 10 out of 18. That is an average. That's also a ratio, 10 out of 18. Now we're getting closer to a rational expression. She would really like to bring her free throw average up to at least 68%. How many consecutive, so I'm highlighting this word because it's new, free throws should she score in order to bring up her average to 68%? So consecutive, you would highlight it because you're like, oh, I kind of know what it means in context, but then you look it up or you ask somebody, what does consecutive mean in this question, in this context? And then they would say in a row. So she wants to find a certain number of free throws that she could shoot in a row to bring up her average. So her current average is 10 out of 18. When I see the words out of or per, that to me means this is a division bar. So you're going to divide with a bar. And with a bar, I literally draw a fraction bar. Okay, so her current average is 10 over 15, so that's 55.6%. I did not do that in my head. I had a calculator. Then we really need a new average. And her new average is going to be, she already has 10 free throws. And she already made 10 free throws out of 18 free throws. So consecutive means we're going to add more free throws. She's going to add more free throws to her practice. But let's say she gets them all in the hoop, and so we're going to add that to the number of free throws she's scored. Number scored, that's up here, out of the total. And we need that to equal to 68%. So let's talk about percentages a little bit, just really, really fast. Percents. This is something you've seen before, but always worth a review in any class. Percents are always worth a review. So 68%. In my mind, I'm reading this as 68%. And the reason why that's significant in my brain is because per is another one of those words that means division, or it means with a fraction bar. So I'll draw a fraction bar whenever it says per in one of my word problems. That's how we translate word problems into math language. And cent, like century, means 100. So 68% really means 68 per century, or 100. So when it says we want her new average to be 10 plus the number of free throws she throws over 18 plus the new number of free throws she throws is equal to 68%, I'm really going to write it as 68%. Okay. Now we just have to solve this using our awesome skills that we've been practicing all week. 10 plus x over 18 plus x is equal to 68 over 100. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the whole thing by a common denominator. My common denominators, I'm just going to multiply the denominators because that's the easiest way for me to find a common denominator. So I'm going to do that. Okay, this whole thing is going to get multiplied. So I'm going to multiply this and get 100 over 10 plus x is equal to 68 times 18 plus x. And this is where having your calculator is very handy, either a handheld calculator or the calculator on your Chrome. And then you're going to end up getting 1,000 plus 100x is equal to 1,224 plus 68x. And we are going to solve for x now by isolating the variable. Oops, forgot my x. Oh no. Okay. X is equal to 7, but it's not really that helpful unless we have context to what that 7 means in the problem, because then we can also check that our answer makes sense. So Leslie needs to make 7 more consecutive free throws. I just made sure I'd spell it right. Let's check, shall we? Okay. Let's check. Check. So we had 10 over 18, which was 55.6%. Now we have 10 plus 7 over 18 plus 7. So we're going to get 17 over 25. And if you punch that into your calculator, you should get 68%. Good. So our math works out. Okay, at this point, write your summary here. And then come to class with questions. Be prepared to do a lot of critical thinking, a lot of problem solving, asking a lot of good questions, and supporting your peers with answering those questions and then asking additional questions. So come prepared to work. Bye, everyone. Let's see. I'd like to go back.